recent attempts to marry Bayesian inference with deep learning. But first of all, thank you very much for the organizers of Kurzweil Machine Learning Action for giving me an opportunity to speak today. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so first of all, a few things about me. Later we'll go through some overview about what Bayesian inference is, and later about regularization and dropout in Bayesian inference, from Bayesian inference point of view. So yeah, currently I'm working as a data scientist at Assyrian Data Holdings, and previously I've been working at Ledger, an interesting startup. And I'm from Poland, so I graduated from Jagiellonian University, and I really love open source. Okay, so Bayesian neural networks. First of all, who of you have some experience with Bayesian inference or probabilistic programming? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's good. Okay, so basically, there are these two approaches, like the frequentist approach, the standard one, what you learn at school, and there's also Bayesian inference. But simply speaking, is a framework, is a statistical framework, yes, for understanding the world. Basically, we are building a generative models here, so we are trying to sample parameters to generate the data. It's not like the statistics where we are using data to find out parameters, but the opposite way. It has a clarity of standard statistic and the power of machine learning. So it's like in the middle between traditional statistics and machine learning. And what I really like about it, it provides us white box modeling, so we know what we are doing, exactly what the model does. Black box fitting, so 1 or 2 fitting algorithms can be used to any kind of model, which is kind of model independent. And these are a very important thing, which is uncertain in our predictions. Okay, and bonus point is that it can also learn from very small data sets. Okay, so yeah, the idea is that we have some data, we have some prior knowledge about the data, yes? And we want to build a model, white box model, for example, neural network, and do some kind of inference, look at the black box, whatever. Here we have Markov-Chain Monte Carlo, it can be variational inference also. And we get a posterior. Those who are familiar with Bayesian theorem would know why is that so. But anyway, without going into details, what it gives us, this generative approach, it gives us not just only the output, what we are predicting, the class, for example, in classification, but also this uncertainty in our predictions. Okay, but Bayesian inference is also very easy to quickly adapt. It's really computer intensive. Okay, but we are talking today about neural networks, so I wanted to say something like how it works from Bayesian point of view. So in normal, fully connected network, we have some weights. We are trying to approximate somehow. And in Bayesian neural networks, we actually have distributions on each weight, right? So we are approximating not a single number, but a whole family of numbers. So in standard neural network, we have some data, some kind of neutral network with architecture and non-linearities. And we get a prediction, which is just a point. Only one point per, one prediction per one data point. And we are using the backpropagation. In Bayesian inference, we have the same situation, however, all our weights are actually distributions, yes, and the predictions are also it's also a distribution. So if we calculate the standard deviation of the output, we'll get uncertainty in our predictions. Okay. So results. Results is pretty surprising because except the standard output, what we would get from normal neural network, we are also getting uncertainty as I mentioned before. So the closer to threshold, uncertainty is higher, which is obvious. However, it looks very easy when cases like binary two classes, when we have more classes, then it could be tricky just to understand it. Yeah, but anyway, these are three classes, so we know that we are not sure about the predictions this year in this area. Okay, that was a very short introduction, but what I wanted to talk about is regularization. Two methods of making the network more robust. The first one is regularization, and another is Drupal. And yeah, so what is, I think the most common form of regularizing your weights is L2 or L1 regularization. So from Bayesian perspective, it's extremely simple. It's just putting a normal Gaussian prior on the weights. That's all, finish. Or Laplace, if you want to do L1 regularization. This is something which appears in papers, but it's like theoretical proof that something works. Here in probabilistic programming, you can actually do it very easily. This example, Pioneer in Lausanne, where we are defining a neural network with two hidden layers, and as a weight, we are defining a normal prior on weight. That's all it works. And when we go even deeper, we can define a hyperparameter over the standard standard deviation of our regularizer, which will give us automated hyperparameter optimization automatically. So the model is learning from the data, is learning hyperparameters from the data without human intervention. It's really impressive. Probabilistic programming is super easy. We just define a half normal, and this time standard deviation is not 1, but it follows a half normal distribution. And when you start sampling this model using MCMC or Bayesian inference, it will gradually detect the correct distributions of all of these parameters. So yeah, the results are really good. Learning regularization directly from the data, and you can use that information stored in those distributions to transfer that knowledge to different models of same architecture, of course. And yeah, another one is dropout. So yeah, idea is simple. Probably some of you already got my point. But generally in books, dropout is described as a method of injecting some noise into data to help the model generate better. Right? And actually, standard dropout is already a form of Bayesian approximation because we are our output of the network is actually an average of all of these submodels we generate. We are generating on each training step. We are generating a new model with some nodes turned off. Yes. And at the end, we are just calculating the output. So when we take it, when we do a similar thing in Bayesian inference, in Bayesian model, yeah, we will have. You can actually put a Bernoulli distribution over the nodes. So we can calculate layer output as a multiplication of weight dropout and the previous layer, and we'll introduce the noise into the output. Yes, but there is some surprising consequences of that. Yeah, this is implementation dependency. So again, it's extremely easy. Just we create 3 Bernoulli distributions and create a diagonal multiplying the tensors, and we are getting the value of each layer. But the results are really surprising. What we get is actually our network is trying to learn dropout rate node-wise automatically. if you know what I mean. So let's say we have some like in this example, this is our first layer, second layer, third layer. We have input, 30-dimensional input, where only like few of the dimensions are actually informative for us. And this is what Bayesian inference actually detects, that only those features have actually an meaning. Of course, we have the dropout here. It's creating actually a whole family of networks with dropout, but it tries to keep those important features, not to drop out them too much. Yes. And these are weights, so this is the standard we can also have in normal neural networks. So, yeah, we can use this information for not just only for feature selection on the first layer, but we also getting dropout rate approximated for all hidden layers inside. So we can do some architectural decisions. For example, whether we should use a smaller network or not. If most of the nodes are dropped, then maybe we should use a small network, which will increase computation time and decrease model size. So yeah, why is it important? Why I also like Bayesian inference is from a scientist perspective, because we can build the models which work on small data sets. We can build some complex hierarchical neural networks. With many parameters, it would be hard to compute that, but anyway. And with dropout and regularization, we can reduce overfit and do fast training. From business perspective, when we have a white box model, it's really nice to explain. It's really much easier to explain. Uncertainty in finance insurance is extremely important, and you can get better trust and adoption of neural networks, these models. So yeah, there are also some link sources. Actually, this topic is quite new. It's like those 2 papers are from last year, the end of last year. But it's definitely worth to read. Yeah, and thank you. That's all. That's quite fast. Of course, you can find the code of all of these experiments on my GitHub. Yeah, that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I have to say I had to hear it twice and see the slides to understand. But I hope most of you are smarter than me. So, are there any questions?
Thank you for the talk. Could this model not learn to just completely ignore some nodes?
Yes, it's possible. It's possible. So this is also the thing I'm kind of concerned. I read 2 papers, and they are also mentioning about this problem, but it's still not clear. It seems like.
So would that not work against generalization sometimes?
Good. It's hard. It's a very hard question. from my experiments, I did a comparison, you can also see it on GitHub, comparison with the standard Keras, with the standard 0.5 it gives better results. With, especially with data sets where you have a few hundreds of points. Not few thousands, not millions, but just 100 points, 200 points, yes? Where Keras is really failing, yeah? to find out the real, the correct parameters. This gives much better results. And this is what it's actually all about. Bayesian inference works for small data sets. Because if you have big data sets, statistics already the standard statistics already give you the right answer because of the law of large numbers. So it's the same.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there more questions?
Yeah, I'm not very smart, but can we go back to the part one again? I want to make sure that I understand. So the one that like neural Bayesian network.
Here? This one?
Yes. So in this one, we try to build neural network using Bayesian inference, but like each node in the graph is like random variable, and you like try to combine this variable depend on this as a graph.
Yes. Yes. So in order to calculate these parameters, there are like several approaches. There's sampling and variation of inference. In Markov chain multi-kernel sampling, it explores the space of all parameters related to that model in a very efficient way. It tries to get into what's called a typical set of the parameters, and try to find the best parameters which will generate the data.
So that graph, if you kind of model that, say x1 is depend on x1 and x2, x2 depend on x1 and x2, and y depend on s1, s2, s3, s4, right?
Yes. It's also like if you do like hierarchy. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of compute. Does that get into scale? Like,
Yes, so especially
second layer, interesting.
yeah. So sampling algorithms, those sampling algorithms, they are very hard to scale because it's the way how they work. But especially ADDI is something you can use to train your models to learn parameters in batches. Yes, so you can have millions of data points, and you can just train them little by little. So yeah, it scales. And also, of course, you can probabilistic programming. All libraries I know, they are based either on Theano or TensorFlow, so you can run them on GPU. So it's, of course, it will take longer, much longer than the standard implementation. However, you can run this kind of approximation once to give you some knowledge how to build a network in a different framework.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting way of using Bayesian network. I don't think it's gonna replace neural network.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because it's not better. It's just some additional approach we can consider.
I would like to see a visualization of Bayesian neural network doing its image. Like if we input an image, every time we input the same image, we get some different values with some probability.
Yeah.
So how it would be interesting.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Yes. Okay. Are there more questions? We have time. If there are no more questions, let's network and finish all the food, and we can talk to Łukasz and other presenters during eating. So thank you everyone for coming. And if you'd like to be a speaker next time, let me know through Meetup or if you have my contact information, or just say